Well, it dropped down to minus 25 here last night. So I was going to replace this on my truck for the block heater. I know it's just Peterborough and we don't usually need a block heater. So anyway, I went to go plug it in and realized I can't tell if it's working. I looked at the cord, the plug, it was a mess. It was looked like it had broken wires. So I'm over here working on it. I realized I could test it out. I mean, I put in the extension cord so I can solder. I was about to solder this bad boy in. You know, a nice little plug. But you know how you do it. You put on you put the little bit of shrink wrap on there first. You make the wire connections. You solder it with rosin core solder, and then you slide the shrink wrap on. Use the heat gun or soldering iron, and you melt that on there, and then you got a nice, really good connection, better than those butt connectors where you crimp them, better than a crimp connector. But I was gonna do all that. That's a lot of work. So I said, well, let's get the voltmeter out, hook it up to the old ohm, see if it's got any resistance. And you just check, here's the actual cord that goes to the block heater, and I think they should be about 400 watts, maybe 5. So measured it, and you measure the resistance, right? So I got 35 ohms when I measured it. And if you do the math, it's V squared over R equals to the power, right? So you take 120 volts, you square that, 120 times 120 divided by 35, and you get 400 watts if you do the math. Did I say 25? I said 35. Yeah, so basically 120 squared over 35 ohms, 120 volts squared over 35 ohms gives you 400 watts approximately. So it's good. That's what you're looking for, is 35 ohms for your block heater. It's the little, resistor inside your engine. So, and I wiggled it and it was solid. So I'm like, I don't need to replace that. So I got into this stuff. This is why I'm doing this video, not for the block heater. This is not the lesson here. This stuff, if you ever got to replace, they have it on here for plumbing and everything. But it works down to minus 40, and it's this rubberized tape. There's no adhesive on here. It sticks to itself. It's called magic wrap, and I've seen this in industry. It's been around for 50 years. I don't know different names, but it's rubberized tape. Really good to have for this kind of thing. I finished it off with 3M good electrical tape. It's the shiny stuff. But this stuff, it's been cold. It was sitting in my truck. It was minus 25, minus 20 here last night. Still stretchy. You stretch it out. Does a good wrap. Instant repair. You didn't even really need electrical tape. It would stick to itself. But yeah, put electrical tape on there. Hold it. I think I'm good forever on that. But I just wanted to point out, look at the numbers on this. Suitable for use at not more than 600 volts and not more than 80 degrees Celsius. Incredibly strong, long-lasting, conforms to a regular surface shape, stretches 3 times its length. So good for all those uses there, you can see. It's watertight, airtight at 100 psi. You should have this in your truck or just your toolkit. Everyone should have a roll of magic wrap, 16 feet. It's available at Home Hardware. Probably Home Depot. I go to Home Hardware, support Merit Home Hardware. Apparently I'm a customer there now with an actual volume purchasing discount, but I haven't really used that yet.